Big story out of college football. Look, this has been incredibly interesting to follow the last few days, and this has been the back and forth that's gone on with Colorado, head coach Deion Sanders, his son Shedeur Sanders, and the players who have been leaving the portal for Colorado coming in. And now we have Deion Sanders and his son both going back at a player who transferred out of and hit the portal, leaving Colorado, going on playing FCS, had a pretty good year in FCS. But we've seen Deion in Colorado take a lot of attention the last few days about how they run things there. And it's nothing that you're surprised about. You're hearing some former players say, oh, they didn't really care about me. He never bothered to learn my name. Didn't give me a chance. I didn't feel like I was part of the program. And Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders have responded on social media. And they're kind of wearing this as a badge, going back at this kid who was transferred out, both Deion and Shedeur. Shedeur says, I don't remember this guy. He must have been mid. Someone posted video of him getting beat in practice with Colorado, and a lot of people liked it. And then one of his new teammates posted video of his teammate that put video up of him beating him in practice with Colorado, say, hey, you only had like 35 plays last year or something crazy like that. So it's this huge back and forth going on that Deion and Shedeur Sanders are involved in. And I'm telling you, first thing I'm going to tell you is that I'm going to double down on what I said a week and a half ago about this. Deion Sanders in Colorado have to show less style and more stability. Because right now, the image from outside of the program, and it's a big deal because Deion needs to see what the image of the program is from outside. Because do you think there's anybody in the Colorado program that tells Deion something different?
Nobody's going to
tell. Do you think there's anybody that disagrees with him? Or does every day the 20 people that he knows, they all say, yeah, whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Say whatever you want, Deion. Do whatever.
It's with great power. It's like saying, it's there's karma that you get hurt for staying with and being loyal to a team. It's like being, all of these circumstances that we yes men. That's all you have. Like entertainers, the LeBron James world. Go on down the line. Who tells him no?
Nobody tells Deion no, because the guy does stuff that he shouldn't do. Gets on social media and looks down on a kid, right? Because someone posted this kid's stats and Deion just wrote, "Oh, good Lord," on it. Like, why as a former coach, why are you doing this? What's the win for you on this? Like, Deion is just like, I feel like he's got blood in his eye everywhere he goes, and this is what I'm building here in Colorado. And if you're no good, you're not for us here, and we're going forward, and we don't care. And yeah, we'll lose half our team to the portal, but I'll get half the team in the portal, and we're gonna go win. I don't understand why he's doing this, because all he's doing is ruining the image of Colorado outside of the program. I get that you think, hey, everything I'm doing is right. And this is why Deion needs somebody around him saying, hey, I know you're a new style coach, Deion, and everything is great, but don't go on social media and take on a kid. Don't do it. Just say, hey, I'm sorry he felt that's how it went here. We wish him all the best of luck and move on. Why are you fighting with a kid? You look like you're bullying him when you and your son are getting back at him on social media. And I get this is the world. And when players want to go back each other on social media, I understand that. I get that part. I get that if Shedeur Sanders wants to stick up for his dad and they're going, I get it. But Deion, stay out of it. Don't go on social media and say, oh, good Lord, when the stats get posted, right? Don't talk about guys that leave the program and make it seem like good riddance. Because bottom line is, there's many things that change in college sports, and child sports changes every 5 minutes. And Deion wants to push himself forward as I'm a new style head coach and I bring a new way to look at things. But certain things don't change. And that is parents, when they're sending their kids to schools, either for academic or sports reasons, they want to know, I'm going someplace where my kid can play. I want to go where I can trust the coaching staff because I'm trusting their development to this guy, and I want to know if things don't go well, that it's not going to end badly. Do any of those things, if you're a parent, do any of those things sound like Colorado at all? Like you can go and trust that your kid's going to do well? Because Deion may love your kid now, but if he can't win, what did he say last week? We didn't lose anybody. We lost backups. Oh, so he doesn't care about kids that are backups. Meanwhile, he's going to have backups on his team this year. He's going to have 80 backups on his team this year. And he said, I don't care about backups. There's no stability with that organization. And it's such a bad spot from outside. It's such a bad look for Deion that what he's done that he doesn't realize this is that he has now put a clock on how long he has to win in Colorado. He has sped up that clock immensely, right? He showed up last year and they owned September. They didn't end well, but okay, hey, we're going to transfer. We're going to get the guys that we want. All right. But now with all of this going on where I'm going to bully kids and I'm going to kick kids out of the program and tell them they can leave and all of this going on and such a lack of cohesion and a lack of stability, he has now fast-forwarded that clock to where he has to win by, and that's got to be this season. If Deion has a bad year this year with his kids and Travis Hunter, who are, hey, I got 2 top 5 picks overall in the NFL draft, right? Travis Hunter's a top 5 pick. Mm-hmm. My kid's going to be a top 5 pick. He's arguing with people on social media about Shedeur Sanders being a top 5 pick. If you don't win this year, does Colorado think you're the guy? Or are they going to see this is so much more of a headache and stability? We're going to yearn for the 1-11 seasons because at least we did that in anonymity. Like you have advanced the amount of time you have left to win because you can't help but get on social media and get out there and say, look at me. And when someone differs with you of their opinion, you attack them. And that's not a good look. All of these things are going to come back to haunt Deion Sanders to the point, again, where if he doesn't win this year, how much longer does he have at Colorado? How much longer? I mean, because other programs win. It's not like he's doing something and nothing else has happened. If he's doing something and suddenly they're 11-1 and playing for the national championship, great. But I still see teams like Washington and Michigan, they're all going to the national. They're winning games 11-1. They're not making fun of players that leave and transfer someplace else. They're not taking on kids that didn't have a great experience. You got to just have a little bit more class. Again, less style and more substance and more stability with the program. That's what he needs.
But Jason, he's new school. He's that guy. Unless it's just bullying just in a different form because it's on social media instead of the way coaches used to be. And look, inside the program, I can't pretend to speak for the kids that are part of the program and how they feel on a day-to-day, because I imagine most student athletes feel like they're not getting their just attention, just due on a day-to-day basis unless you're the star, right? Star treatment, star players, all that other stuff. I've never been convinced he's staying much longer than his kids are there either. So that whole part is still sitting in the background.
No, and and it's funny you say that because you know what he seems like right now? He seems like the youth coach that I'm coaching my kids, and then when my kids are gone, I quit.
Like, I get them to the next level.
I'm going to coach and those are the kids I care about the most are my kids. Like the other kids can play, that's fine, but I'm coaching this travel team or this club team because my kids are on it, because I'm going to push them as far as I can, do everything I can for them, and then when I can't coach them anymore, then I'm done. I'm going to walk away. Like that's what he seems like right now, coaching his kids and the couple of other special kids that he's got. Like he's like a youth coach. And how can you have that image out here as a college football coach and succeed when that's the case?
Well, as we've seen with a lot of university administrators, they don't really seem to know much of anything. I'll bring back our old pal Tom Looney just for a second. The old adage of just because someone's in charge doesn't mean they know what they're doing, right? And that's where you get for administration. If enrollment is fine and applications are still going up, because you get pretty big fees every time someone applies to your school, and all of that is flowing just fine, then there's nothing to see here as far as most administrations, as long as he's not going to get caught up in a bunch of allegations and such.
I think what Mike's trying to say is they're all dumbasses.
That's kind of where it comes from. Yeah, no, that's really where I'm at. And you can apply that to wherever you want in the world at large. But it's just that idea and watching him clap back and everybody defending, the haters just getting after Deion. It's like, he kind of earned this one. And if this is how he fills his days and finds some level of joy, good on him. But the optics of it are terrible in a million ways. The youth sports angle is exactly, down the highway I was headed. So you grab that. So that's where we're at, is I'm going to get my sons and Mr. Hunter. See, I get Boy Meets World.
I get it.
And I get Mr. Hunter.
Sure, very good, very good.
Feeny! That you get them to the NFL, and that's it. I did my job.
Yeah, and then I'm done. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like right now at Colorado with him. And look, and I'm just saying, you have to pay attention to the national optics because this is where your players are coming from. And eventually, one more cycle of this, are kids really going to say, I want to go play for him? No, they're going to say, I could go there, and if I'm good, he'll love me, but what if I struggle a little bit in the beginning? What if I don't? Is he just going to turn the page on me? Is he going to know my name? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'm down with that because there's many other places you can go that you can succeed at where you will feel much more comfortable in and have a sense of stability with the program.
I'm thinking about another all-time great, Woody Woodpecker. Remember the famous Seinfeld episode, right, where Mr. Pitt wants to be on the balloon for Thanksgiving, and it's like, what are you, an agitator? Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's kind of where Deion is in a lot of this. Doesn't deny his greatness as a speaker and as a player, one of the greatest we've ever seen. But at this point, a lot of it is just an agitator. See if he can get under people's skin.
Jason, the real question?
Yeah.
So who do we cut and paste with? Which VHS cover do we put his logo on?
Okay.
Is it over Steven Seagal on Out for Blood? Or Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood?
Oh no, There Will Be Blood. No, you got to go There Will Be Blood because you know it's coming. That's what
There Will Be Blood at Colorado, TJ.
Did you know, Eli, if I go into your transfer portal and I go all the way to the other side of the transfer portal, I'm in your transfer portal.
Start yelling, drainage!
And then he picks up a bowling pin.
Yeah, I'm done.